Good evening. Welcome to the Trails Committee meeting, January 9th, 2024. I'm calling the meeting to order at 7:33 p.m. We'll do a roll call. When I call your name, let me know you're here. Satyendra Sharma,
Yes,
Will
I'm
Warren,
here.
Yes.
Catherine McKee, yes. Welcome all. Happy New Year. First order of business, approve the minutes from 12:13. Sati did circulate them, but I was not able to
We
recirculate.
have two. I think 11:28 also we didn't do last time.
Oh, we didn't do last time?
I guess. I have written, maybe I might be wrong.
Ooh, let me just double check. You might be right. That is a trend. Hold on.
Sati, if we don't approve them tonight, you can send them to the clerk and they will post them as draft. So then nobody gets in trouble in terms of a late meeting minutes.
No, I mean, we are not that late. We usually are now.
Yeah, right. We aren't because we have so many meetings. We're like,
But that's a good point though, yeah.
yeah. So I sent in the 11:14 ones, but what would have been the other one? Well, what was the,
11:28.
what was it?
11:28.
We met again on the 11:28.
Yes.
We are busy people. Okay. Let me just double check something, sorry. You are right. Yep, so we are a little behind, so 11:28 and 12:13. Okay, thank you, Sati, for keeping us straight on that. We shall do that at our next meeting, which I assume won't be too long from now. So this is going to be a short meeting. So Peninsula Trail Phase 1, the Mass Trails Grant project update and stuff. I don't think, Will, did you ever send me your timesheet?
No.
And Thomas needs to send me his, and Isabella needs to send me hers so that we can submit expenses. Can you put that on your to-do list, Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Thank you. And if you dig out, you can dig the, I resent all the information, so you should have it at your fingertips. If for some reason you spend more than 30 minutes looking, let me know and I'll resend it.
Well, it's from you, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty easy. And just look for Sheila. That's it.
Okay, that's what you got me for. Okay. So, so that I need to just submit expenses for that and get us paid. No other updates right now. We do need to communicate with MWA and DCR about where we are in the progress of things. I was hoping to hear back from our friends at the Community Engineering Corps, which is the next item on the agenda this week. So I think when we met last time, I had confirmed with this committee that they said that they were a go for geotechnical services and that they were checking to see if the other engineering services would be something that they could find another partner to do. So that's what we're waiting on this week. And I'm sure with the busy holidays, that has been, just it's in the right week to be getting feedback from them. So I'll reach out and see if I can get an update, but that might slide into next week. However, we do, related to this, our CPA application. So I've been waiting to hear back on when I spoke with Freddie over the holiday to figure out how to submit, like how to approach the application with the CE, the Community Engineering Corps information not really being known. And so, so we have basically a little bit of a plan, which is so since we don't know the quote for the geotechnical services, we have one estimate. I mean, we could reduce, if we wanted to, our CPA funding by, say, 15,000 to cover the geotechnical that might be pro bono, but I wouldn't want to go more than that because we don't have a firm quote as to what that geotechnical is going to be. And I came up with that number off the cuff a bit, but based on one of the sub items in one of the quotes that gave me a kind of an inclination that that might be it. We might want to go as little as 10,000 because again, we don't know what the value that is going to shave off. And if we present at town meeting and we are approved at CPC meeting to go forward to town meeting, then if we don't use all the money, we want to try to be as realistic as we can with our number. But if we don't use all the money, it goes back to the general fund. So, or the bucket it came from. So that would be one way to approach that. So do you guys have any thoughts or questions on that piece?
Are you presenting to the CPC tomorrow?
I don't know, but Freddie reached out to me today and asked if I could speak, and I could not because I have a deadline, a financial work deadline. And so I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. But she said we might be at the meeting, but I said, well, I can't be at the meeting because I'm not available to be at the meeting, not ready to be at the meeting. Wasn't sure when the meeting was going to be, and 2 days notice isn't enough time to be at the meeting productively. So I was hoping we'd be at the next meeting, but I don't know about that. So I've got to connect with her tomorrow. I looked at the CPC agenda and we're on it, but I don't know if we need to be there to be on it. But I think that when we're on it in that way, it means that we need to be there. So I'm not ready to resubmit the application at this point, without knowing that it was this Thursday. I'm just in a bit of a bind with that. So I'll talk to her tomorrow and see what that means. But I mean, it might mean an all-nighter for tomorrow night if we have to pull something together for Thursday, but I'm already doing that for other work stuff. So I'm not sure what we can do at this point, but.
Did she not give you more lead time on this?
No, I didn't know that it was tomorrow or Thursday, and I
Okay.
don't know if they knew. I'm not sure. I would be speaking beyond what I know, speculating. So I don't have any of those answers yet. I will connect with her tomorrow and let her know that this struggle is what it is, based on the availability. So we'll see. But we're not going to I don't want to lose an opportunity because we just have to figure it out. So, that's where that is.
Is there anything that Sati and I can do to help you in case you have to go ahead?
No, I really appreciate that. No, you've done a great job at pulling together the SPAC letter and helping with that process. I have the quotes that I need to update the application and stuff. I think it's going to take a few hours to kind of just get back in that frame of mind and put it to the application. So I appreciate your offer, but I think at this point, it's not easily handed off, I guess is the way to put it. So
Would it be possible for us to discuss now if it is, just now we can update the application if it is possible during the meeting itself?
I
If
see
that
what you're
helps.
saying. Yeah, so what we did last meeting, which was really helpful, which was we chose the vendor that we were going to go with, and we reviewed the updated bridge application and the boardwalk. So that was really helpful. So what needs to happen now is more of a focused effort at literally redrafting some of the proposal itself. So the bones are there, and most of that is there. It's updating the budget. It's really thinking through how to present it, coming up with some not defense, but background material for questions that might come up as to why this, why that. And so I appreciate the offer, but I think if we keep our meeting short, I'll be able to do my work stuff. And then if that gets done,
Do you want me, and actually this may be the right role for me, but do you want me to distribute the SPAC letter to the CPC?
No, thank you for that. I'm going to put that PDF inside our package. So we're gonna have one PDF that I circulate. So you did a
Okay.
great job of pulling that together. I'm just gonna pull our support letters, and I'm just gonna stick them in as
Okay.
appendix to.
There's actually one defect in what I did, and that is that the letter inside, the actual letter includes the correct date, the correct year, but the file name for the letter
Oh,
is got a
oh
2022.
yeah, I see. That's
Okay.
fine. And I'm gonna merge it into a one PDF so that will be gone anyway.
Okay,
So,
okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, everything was, we didn't make any changes and everything was as we discussed. And, the letter's date, the date that's actually on the letter is correct. So good. Okay,
yeah,
excellent.
thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's not a huge lift. It's more about just getting the time to focus on it. So we'll see what Freddie says tomorrow about that, and we'll go from there. So yeah, we're getting down to it. So when we schedule our next meeting, which will be soon, we'll have more information because we're in the no go decision point in the next couple weeks. We have to go ahead and choose what we're going to do. So next on the agenda, any questions or additional thoughts? I appreciate the offer to assist. The next item is DCR work plan. So part of our MOA with DCR is to come up with a work plan that we need to submit with our MOA that goes as an appendix to that. So we have not submitted that, and we do need to work on that. And that's just basically going to be kind of a work plan, a maintenance plan that we propose each year, and will include the work that we plan to do with the paved parking spots and things like that. So, but the rest of it will just be general maintenance that we'll be in charge of for all of the trails. It will be fairly straightforward because we have tracked some of that information. We do have a maintenance tracker, and so we have a sense of what the workload will be on an ongoing basis. So that should be something that we plan to, once we get once we get our phase 2 and CPA application kind of in shape, and we know what we're doing with with our community core people, then we can focus on the work plan. So I think it'd be great to target Q1 to get that worked out. So by the end of Q1, we should try to submit that to DCR.
So that's just going to be a pro forma work plan that says that every so often we're going to do maintenance, right?
Correct. And where we're going to do it and that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to,
Okay.
it'll be general, not too specific, but it will be specific enough to let them know what we're expecting.
Okay.
And there will always be some exceptions with projects. And I think as we have special projects, we will be reaching out to them to get permission to do those special projects. Number 6, committee business related to maintenance, trail butters, website policies. So something we need to do that's kind of related to this is we need to close out some of our CHOTE fund programs. And basically, so Isabella hasn't been able to attend our last couple meetings, but she had the template for the sign. We were going to look at the interpretive signs. So we need to get that, and also the bench. We talked about doing a couple benches. So we should be circling back to that. I wanted to bring it up to make sure that it's on our minds. We're not going to be able to solve it this month or next, but it would be nice in the spring to have the templates ready for the signage, and also the signage for the grant. We need to get that going as well. So I know Sati, you and I had talked about going offline to work on that. That will be heated up pretty soon, and we're going to need to talk to our vendor, Fossil Industries, to get an updated quote. She's been really great about reaching out to us and asking for updates. So I'm sure we can, and they'll have a designer that we'll be able to work with to kind of, we can give them the text and stuff, but we do need to work on all of that at the same time. So I'm hoping that Tom and Isabella will come back into circulation, and we'll be able to divide and conquer some of our tasks coming up, because we're going to be, it's going to be a busy year for that. And yeah,
Do we have any events that we have to host as we did last year?
yeah, I
Again?
think I have to go back and look. I think, and we had committed to maybe doing yoga on the trails on an ongoing basis, like at least once a year, maybe in the spring and stuff when it starts to get warmer and drier. But I think there might be one nature hike, or two nature hikes that we need to do to fulfill the Choate Fund 2022 grant. I have to look at, because we had a couple planned last year that got canceled, due to a few times they got canceled due to rain and other things. So I think there might be an outstanding hike that we have, and we should talk about our desire to do, what would we like this year to look like. And I want to make sure we definitely do something for July for Parks and Rec month, because last year we weren't able to pull something off, and we had talked about doing a geocache thing. So I think that's really fun and a great idea to kind of implement. So maybe we can do like a self-guided scavenger hunt that we had talked about in celebration of Parks and Rec, because I felt really bad that we weren't able to do that for Tim.
What about forest bathing? I thought that was really nice as well.
Yeah, it was nice. We could do something like that again. Yep, for sure. Yep. So anything else? Website needs updating. There's just not time for that just yet. We need to review our maps and get things in order, but everything in due time. So we'll get that sorted out. And yeah. So anything else from you guys?
Is there anything, as far as website updating that I could do? I have struggled with the tool a bit.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite tool at all, and the fact
Yeah.
that it's proprietary I find that troubling. But if I could help with that, that'd be fine.
Yeah, well, not the actual updates yet, but if you wanted to take a look at the website, Will, from a Will's perspective, and kind of think of it from a new person's perspective, like I don't know how familiar you are with the way that it's shifted and changed, but like if you're looking for stuff, like if you wanted to observe how it presents and how we could improve it, is it easy to find things? Should we be moving maps here, there, or elsewhere? We have to update our projects list and stuff like that. If you wanted to kind of just look at the website and see what you thought about some of the updates and make some suggestions, that would be nice. But you don't have to do any updates yet. Just like think about from the high level point of view.
Well, whenever I'm asked for ingenuity and originality, I always look to the copy machine. The what we might do is take a look at other towns and see what they've done with their trails websites.
We could, but I mean,
Yeah, there's some good ideas out there.
yeah, we could. And just, yeah, I mean, the reason I paused, because I'm just like, well, we had what I thought was a fairly good setup.
Yes, but they improved it. They upgraded it out of existence.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, but yeah, so yeah, that's a good idea, Will, if you've got some time and wanted to kind of do that, and jot down some notes, and you don't have to send us 25 bullet points, but just a few points that you might want to think about, that we should be thinking about. That would be helpful. Thank you.
I just did a survey of like 35 different towns in terms of what their parking regulations are like, and that was very eye-opening, to tell you the truth.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I'll tell you, if you ever go to Tisbury and there is a noisy assemblage of boys on the street, they actually have a regulation for that, and that's the name of it: noisy assemblages of boys.
Where's Tisbury?
I don't know. It's out to the west.
Tewksbury, it's 495 off 495.
You're thinking Tewksbury. No,
Tewksbury.
this is Tisbury.
Oh, Tisbury.
Tisbury. I'm somewhere off to the west.
Tisbury.
But
Never heard of.
I thought noisy assemblages of boys was pretty good. And then the other was that Springfield has regulations concerning horses, mules, and beasts of burden. So,
What's a
they're
beast of burden?
a beast. Water
Ox.
buffalo and
Ox?
an ox. Exactly. Very good. Very good catch right there.
Beast of burden.
Yeah.
That's just an interesting play on words.
I think we, it could be llamas, as well. I think
Those
we're
carry the
under-regulated.
load, you know.
Yeah, we're under-regulated in Southborough. We really are. I mean, we really need to look at that.
Huh, interesting. All
Oh,
right.
by the way, Kat, did you get a chance to look at that Lake Williams? We can talk with them because the thing is they had
I
1
did.
million budget, but
Yeah, so I reached out to Priscilla a while ago and she brought that up because I asked her how Marlborough got around or got through their engineering cost and did their projects cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for engineering services. And she
Oh.
mentioned the floating dock. And so
Sam Stivers has taken that up. Yes, the floating
yeah. I
boardwalk.
mean, I know he wants to put it in the reservoir, but like we said, Marlborough, that water supply is not a backup water supply.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to put a floating dock in the water supply. However, it was a consideration for, I just don't know that our little boardwalk is a place where we want the floating dock to be, that little where we're going to put the boardwalk, a 75-foot boardwalk. I don't know if that's suitable for, because sometimes it's water, sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's not, I don't know how well that would work in that small area, but it was certainly something we were chatting about as an alternative. And when I speak with the engineering firm about alternatives, we'll definitely bring that up and just see if it's something that we should consider for the floating, for the boardwalk. So
Well,
yeah, it's a fascinating thing. We should take a field trip out there and take a look.
Well, there is a floating bridge near Seattle on Route 90 on Interstate 90. So maybe we could take a field trip there. How's that?
Okay.
Just to drive away.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and so yeah, the bridge though it doesn't qualify where we are because that's
Backup drinking water.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's more the Stony Brook. That's not it's
Oh no, I think I
Yeah.
think that Sam's thought was that this would be a way to get around the culvert, not a culvert, but
the causeway.
The causeway issue. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it, but I don't think it's good.
next
Okay.
meeting.
So next meeting, yeah. So okay, so it might be, are we okay going with the the fourth week in January, the week of the 22nd?
22nd.
Maybe on the 23rd, the Tuesday, the 23rd
Let me take a quick look at my
at
calendar.
7:30.
23rd is fine.
And the reason being is that we'll have the update from the Community Preservation Corps and we'll know more about CPA at that time. Does that work
So
for you?
this would be Tuesday, the 23rd.
Of January, yeah.
Yeah, that looks fine with me. I'm completely open. So that would be same time as now.
Yeah, same time, Zoom,
Okay.
and yeah, and it might be not an extraordinarily long meeting, but it might be longer in the sense that it might be more of a work meeting where, work session where we're getting some things done.
Good.
I'm gonna see if the remote meeting room is available for us and we'll know. Okay, so if for some reason that night is booked with meetings, I'll reach out via text and ask folks to chime in. But otherwise, let's shoot for that. Okay, so I think if there's anything else, anybody on anyone's mind? see, did it come through yet? Okay, great. All right, so so thanks for your time, and I will let you know. Okay, good. So that the meeting room is available for that time. Okay, so if someone wants to make a motion to adjourn at 7:58 p.m.
I move that we adjourn at 7:58.
Great. Someone want to second
I
that?
second it.
Thank you. All right, let's do roll call. So if you're in favor, or Sati,
Yes.
Will,
Yes.
Kat. Yes, great. Thank you all. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
You
I'll
too.
be in touch.
You have a good night. Get some sleep.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mm.